Howdy y'all, I'm Anthony Paradis. I'm the sports dietitian for Tennessee Tech, and today I'm going to show you how to make these wonderful meals for your meal prep for the week. We're doing chicken Alfredo as well as a stuffed bell pepper. These are healthy, high in protein, and it only takes an hour to make a week's worth of food, so stay tuned. Hey students, I'm going to show you all how to do some meal prep. We're going to do a couple of recipes each week and go along with this. I'm not going to get too technical. Let's go ahead and get into what we're making today. We're making a stuffed bell pepper and we're making a chicken Alfredo. So we're going to put a healthy spin on all of these, and the ingredients we have are bell peppers, cilantro. Choose the vegetables that you like. Most with your Italian food, we're doing some squash and zucchini here. We're doing the light Alfredo sauce. Just an assortment of seasonings. Pick your favorite bean that you like with your Mexican food. We're doing black beans, you do refried beans, anything you like. Whole grain pasta, and then the lean meats that we're using are boneless, skinless chicken breast, and we're using extra lean ground beef. So we're going to be putting both of these together at the same time, so let me show you how we do that. Alright, so our next step is we're going to prep the vegetables. What we want to do with the bell peppers is we're just going to cut the tops off of them and just gut them. So these make little bowls, and we're going to be stuffing these with the meat, cheese, and the other ingredients. So just put them all in there like that. And so I got 2 pans for that. And then the other thing we're going to do, this is for our chicken Alfredo, is we want to add the squash and zucchini to that as well. So I'm just going to dice this up, and instead of cooking it in the pan, I'm going to roast it in this oven pan. And you just want to cut it up into 4s, and then just dice it up just like that. And so I'll be adding all of these into this pan, and then that'll go in the oven. Alrighty y'all, we got our vegetables all chopped up as you can see here. So here's the peppers, and before we put them in the oven, I want to show you how I'm going to just add a little more flavor. I'm going to use cooking spray. If you're on a weight gain diet and you need to add mass, use oil instead of spray. Anytime you see me using spray, use oil. If you want to maintain weight or lose weight, then use the spray. It's just lighter. So I'm going to hit it a little bit with the spray, and I'm using taco seasoning. You can use any kind of fajita seasoning, anything you like. This also comes in like little packets. I'm not adding a lot. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on here just to add a little bit of flavor. Okay, because this is also going to be stuffed with a lot of ingredients with different flavors too. So here's our zucchini and squash, and I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of cooking spray. And in here, I'm going to put a little bit of salt. Don't be afraid of salt. You need it. It's an electrolyte. You need it for muscle contraction. I'm going to do garlic powder. You can do whole garlic if you want. I'm doing it with garlic powder because it's a cheaper ingredient. I want to show you guys how to do this inexpensively. And then Italian seasoning. It just says on the jar Italian seasoning. And if you like a lot, add a lot. If you like a little, add a little. I don't measure for this. I just add it until it covers it. So then we're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. We're going to check it. We want to make sure that this is cooked down, so we go ahead and add that to the pasta, and we want to make sure that the bell peppers are soft so that they're ready to stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we're going to get ready to make the stuff that goes into the stuffing for the bell peppers. We save the tops of the bell peppers because we don't want to waste food, so we're saving money, and we're being resourceful here. We're going to dice these up real small, and as well as the onion, and we're going to cook all of that in the pan with some ground beef. So I'm going to chop that up and we'll show you how we do that. Alright, so we got our peppers and our onions chopped up, and we're going to add that into the skillet and start sauteing that. I'm just going to use some canola oil, put a little bit in the pan, and we're just going to saute that down until it gets soft into whatever consistency you like. And this is going to go inside the bell peppers later. Now you'll notice that we don't have as much bell pepper as we started off with. Like, we had a lot more tops. And what I did is I just saved some of that to add into breakfast burritos in the morning. So you don't have to add it all at the same time. Okay, well that's cooking in the pan, and we already have the oven going with the vegetables in it. We're going to go ahead and start baking our chicken for the chicken Alfredo. So what we have here is some thinly sliced chicken breast. If you don't get it thinly sliced, then slice it yourself. But we already have that shown here. Just hit the top of it with some spray. And remember, if you're trying to gain weight, you're going to use oil instead of spray. and just put your favorite seasonings on it, Italian style. So I'm going to do a little salt. I'm going to do some garlic powder. You can measure. I don't like to measure. I just add as much as what I think looks good. And then I hit it with a good amount of Italian seasoning. Come get a close-up on there so they, I guess, see how much seasoning I'm adding. And then if you want a little bit of black pepper, that's okay too. So that's about what it should look like. And then we're going to put that in the oven. I can't give you an exact time. You just want to check on it. Make sure that the chicken breast is cooked so that it's white throughout the middle, or if you're going to use a meat thermometer, it needs to be 165. So this goes in the oven at 350, and I'm going to check it after about 15-20 minutes. Okay, so this is what I got the peppers and onions cooked down to. I like it just a little bit brown, nice and soft. Now we're just going to add the ground beef right in there and cook all this down until it's brown. And then I'll show you what that looks like when we're ready to start stuffing the peppers. Alright, time for my favorite part. We're going to mix all the stuffing that goes in the bell peppers together. So here is the finished product of the ground beef and cooked up peppers and onions, and we're just going to go ahead and put all that into a really big bowl. There we go. And my next favorite ingredient is chopped cilantro. Now try a little bit of cilantro before you put the whole thing in there. A very small percentage of the population has a genetic anomaly where your taste bud structure makes cilantro taste like soap. And some people just absolutely hate cilantro, so try a little bit before you dump the whole thing in there. Make sure you're not one of those folks. I'm not, so we're going to add all that cilantro in there. Then a can or two of black beans. Remember, you can use whatever bean you like. And one thing we had cooking that I didn't show, because I don't think I need to show you how to cook rice, is I just had some rice in the rice cooker. You can use regular rice, instant rice. You can even just dump a pack of like Uncle Ben's instant rice in there. I mean, who are you trying to impress? It doesn't matter. You just add in a little bit of rice because it's some good carbohydrates, and it adds a good texture in there. So then we're just gonna stir all this up and add, almost forgot. You're gonna add a jar of salsa. This makes this really tasty. Just go ahead and dump the whole thing in there. And then I like to add just a couple handfuls of this taco seasoning. Don't be shy with the seasoning. And then we're gonna mix all that up and then stuff that in the bell peppers and top it with cheese. Okay, I lied earlier. I told you that mixing up the inside was my favorite part. Actually, stuffing the bell peppers is my favorite part. So here's the stuffing. This is what it looks like all mixed up. And the bell peppers, here they are, pulled out of the oven. They've been in for about 30-40 minutes. They're nice and soft, real tender. So we can just take the filling here, and let's just do it on this one. Just go ahead and fill it up all the way to the top. Don't be shy, you need those calories, okay? And then you're gonna hit it with some cheddar cheese. Sprinkle that on there. And then garnish is really important because you eat with your eyes before you eat. You taste with your taste buds. And just put a little bit of cilantro garnish on it, and that's what the finished product looks like. You're gonna love this recipe. You just gotta try it. But next is the Alfredo chicken, so we'll do that next. Okay, so we just finished up with the stuffed bell peppers. Just look at that. I mean, how can you be mad about that? Look at all of this great food, and you just gotta stick it in the microwave and heat it up. It'll melt the cheese, it'll be so good. You can also freeze these. These taste good if you freeze them and then reheat them. Okay, so now we're on to the chicken Alfredo. What I didn't show in the video is how to cook pasta. I assume you know how to do that. We used a penne pasta. This is the cooked up zucchini and squash. And then here is the cooked, and I just went ahead and chopped it up off camera, chicken breast that we made. So, one thing I do want to talk about real quick is these storage containers. One of the best things that you can get in order to do food prep like this is the storage containers. I get these off Amazon. Just go to Amazon, type in food storage containers, and I think these are like 20 for like $10 or 20 for $20, something like that. They're microwavable safe, BPA free, and super cheap So if I lose one, you know, I don't cry, and everything matches. And you just get a bunch of these. I really recommend it. Now I'm gonna do all of these evenly, but I'm just gonna show you one. For example, here you're just gonna take a little bit of pasta and about a cup's worth. You can measure. I mean, I do this all the time, so I don't really need to do that. Then you're gonna take some of the zucchini and squash, put that in there as well, and then take some of the chicken, doing about a cup of that diced chicken, and put that in there, and that looks just so nice. And then after it's all done, I wait till I put them all in there so I can do it evenly, but just to show you, is you're gonna do about just a little over a half cup of that Alfredo sauce, and there it's good to go. We got the chicken Alfredo with the zucchini and squash, and so we're gonna put all these together, and then we'll do I guess like a wrap-up shot. So here we have the finished product. This is about a week's worth of meals. We got the chicken Alfredo, we got the stuffed bell peppers, and all I want to say is that if you like this video, please share it with the other student athletes, with the other students at Tennessee Tech, with your friends on Facebook, any sort of social media. If I'm posting this on YouTube or wherever you're seeing this, give it a like, thumbs up, share, anything like that. And please let me know what recipes or what things you would like to see for the next time that we do this. We're going to continue on with this, and your comments I highly value and appreciate y'all giving me some insight on what you'd like to see. So just until next time, and like, share, comment, and let me know what you think. Thanks.